Okay, welcome back to another gardening video. The weather has shifted quite a bit here in the last couple weeks. It's now like 85, 90 degrees today. We're going to stay above that frost threshold, which is nice. And I got to get these plants in the ground before they all die in my garage. So if you're looking for more bike content, that'll be coming up soon. The other ones here, we're working on it, but those videos will be later. Um, but we got all our plants. We got it from a local lady who does great seedlings, and then the rest we had to pick up from a nursery, not a chain, a local nursery also. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get these laid out in the rough position that we want to put them in. We're going to get some of the supports up for the plants and whatnot. Then we're going to do some irrigation. At some point also, I will cut to a shot of the layout and kind of explain everything that we have here. But for now, we're going to start laying stuff out in the general area, shift it around as we need, and then we'll start working on some water. So see you in a bit. Okay, so this is a tool called GrowVeg.com. I've used it for a couple years. Really big fan of it. But what this is the layout that we'd put in the garden. You saw we put all those plants in the ground, and this is the layout. So just a quick overview. We've got celery, carrots, onions. We have one romaine and one iceberg lettuce. We have some basil, some dill, lettuce, asparagus, bok choy, bunch of bush beans. Those turn out great every year. We've got some scallions or bunching onions, some rosemary, parsley, oregano. We have jalapeno peppers, we have chili peppers, and we have mixed bell peppers. We also have cucumbers that we will eventually pickle. We have this year we have a small thing of potatoes. We'll see how they go. And then we have tomatoes, both small tomatoes and then like a grape tomato, right, for salads or burgers or whatever we want. So this is the layout. These are both the 4x8 beds. This is a really cool tool because if you look here on the left hand side, you can add all kinds of vegetables. You can add all kinds of fruits, trees, whatever you'd like. There's all the herbs you have, like basil, catnip, if you want to hang out, let the neighborhood cats around. There's all kinds of flowers if you're doing a flower garden or whatnot. I've laid out some that go on my deck. There's different um, cover crops. There's a whole section for perennials. There's also structures you can add in here. So if you come over here, you add a garden object, you can add an arch, baskets, um, beehives, which is something I'd love to have in the future. You just, click and place, and all of a sudden there's a beehive in your garden. So there's stuff for chickens, chicken runs, composting, containers. I don't do this, but you can add irrigation, or maybe if you're planning out how much irrigation you want, you can put different sprinkler heads in here, um, add a timer. I mean, you can lay out pretty much every part of your garden, and it's a really cool tool. You can add. I have like stone here, right, that I haven't put in, but it'd be nice to have someday. So there's a lot of different options for what you can add to this. So it's a cool tool I wanted to show you. Also give you kind of a overhead view of what the garden is that you've seen so far.
The next is I don't want to come out here and water this every day, and I did this last year and it was great. So I have a hose that runs under the ground, so I don't have to worry about running it over with the lawnmower. And I got one that comes up here and one that goes there. So I put these little mini sprinkler heads. They're not drip irrigation; they spray out, and we're going to lay these out where we kind of think they need to go, and then figure about the hose connections between the two. So usually I have a four-way splitter here, and usually what I do is I take one leg kind of towards each corner, and then there's the caps spin, they're adjustable, and you got to balance, how much water comes out of each. So what I've already done is connected the line underneath and just blew some water through it before I put the smaller tubing on to blow out any dirt, spiders, or anything that crawled in there or got in there over the off season, winter and fall. So now we're going to play with these. Some things need more water than others. I still kind of just put as many of these in a line as I can, and then I'll just adjust it. I'd rather have it shoot like a smaller radius and actually target the plants than a larger radius and just kind of get useless dirt wet. So we have some onions under here too, or yeah, we got onions under here. So we got to make sure like this area where there's no plants are still gets watered. And like I said, over here you have a bunch of asparagus, and you obviously want to make sure those get watered. Certain plants take a lot of water, right? Like these green beans are going to suck up a lot of water. These peppers over here are going to suck up a lot of water. So you want to make sure that you get the right amount down. So we're going to continue with this. Try to get this laid out as best as possible for the optimal spraying of everything. And once I get these laid out, I'll follow up with you guys as to how it went. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, all our hoses are connected. We should have water now. So I'm going to turn the water on right underneath you guys here. And we're going to start adjusting those heads to make sure that we get good flow evenly across everything, and we kind of balance pressure. And we already have a leak, so that's why we do this. So supply on this side doesn't want to sit. There we go. Now that's in there, and you see these start to shoot off, and that side looks pretty good too. So now we just start to kind of unscrew these and screw them in to balance how much water flows each direction. And as you close one, another one starts to spray more, and you can also tilt them. And by tilting them, you can shoot the water. You can kind of direct the water where it needs to go. So these ones are closed, it looks like. So we want to open this one just to a dribble, and this one. And you got to be careful because these two beds are split, right? So even if you do something on this side, you probably are going to affect the other side. So it's a little balance game that takes a minute. But once you get it going, you don't have to water your plants all year. And I just have them set on a timer from the spigot from the house, and it waters them pretty much every day for about 10 minutes, really early in the morning, so they get a nice nice bit of water in the morning before the sun really starts baking down on them, and they're able to keep that moisture in the ground throughout the day to grow healthy and strong. And then we get a lot of good vegetables, and we eat some good dinners out of it. So I think I have just a tad more nozzles this year than I did last year, so I'm hoping I maintain enough pressure to keep everything watered as intended. That's another reason, I might water them a little long. Um, it's just because sometimes this turns to a really light trickle out of some of these, and you got to make sure that everything's getting some water. Which, quite honestly, I need to go get some water. It is hot as hell out here today, or at least compared to how it has been. So it's looking pretty good. It doesn't take too long. I mean, I have done it a couple of years. I'm used to these. Got these off, I think, Amazon, a big pack. I have a whole bunch more, but I just don't have enough garden for it all. So I'm just going to make sure everything, like this area is a little dry. Also, we want this tube to go under the plant. Let's see, let's move this. So I'm gonna tweak these just a little bit more, and then that's pretty much it for now. We got some rains coming in here later this week, so I won't have to water it, but I wanted to get these in. I'll be out of town all next weekend on a nice long trip for the holiday, so hopefully these last. There's a couple little things I'm gonna end up doing. I'll put some braces on these taller plants, so if the winds come through, they don't, break them or snap them over. This tomato's got a cage on it. That one will get a support. So I just want to give you a quick overview. It's only been maybe 2.5 weeks since everything got planted here. And you can see, the bunching onions look incredible from the beginning that you saw them. Parsley all looks good. These peppers are coming along okay. This one's a little short. Someone's trying to eat a couple leaves here, but overall it's doing good. This one's creating some peppers. That one's got a couple peppers on it. So overall doing okay. The cucumbers are starting to spread out. Got a couple little flowers on it, so that's not a bad thing. Get one going each way. Sorry for the gnome. Tomatoes coming in good. Actually need to push him through here so just grows supported. The potato plants are like going crazy. I did not expect this. This is way more than I thought was going to happen. So that's really good news. This tomato plant is doing good. You actually can see we're starting to get a couple little guys on this one. I'm going to get a cage similar to this one for this one, so it stays supported. This one, it's grown a lot more than I thought it would, which is good. Not a bad thing. The green beans also coming in good. Look, we got some already stacking up here. Probably get another one of these cages for the other side of that since I can get around to it. But all of them are creating good little beans, which is awesome. The bok choy, pad choy is doing pretty good here. They're flowering up pretty good. No mites or anything on it, which sometimes can happen with these. The asparagus is starting to come through, flowering a little bit, but that's okay. The dill took off. That's crazy. I did not expect that. I'm going to need to trim this back here at some point. This is all the celery coming in. It's starting to grow really good. Very happy with that. Carrots are doing good. Look, you can see them actually sticking out of the ground already. That's pretty impressive. So hopefully those grow well. Onions, same thing. All sprouted up pretty good. So there should be some nice bulbs growing underneath here. Lettuce is looking healthy and spreading out a little bit, which is good. We want that to continue to grow. So overall, things are in about 2.5 weeks are doing really well. I did have a couple issues with the cucumbers starting to yellow a little bit, and actually the tomatoes. But I threw some, I don't want to say fertilizer, but some enrichment for the dirt, all natural stuff, and that seemed to help that yellowing and get everything going green. So yeah, just keep going. Want to give you a quick look, and that's how the garden's coming. So we'll jump back in time and close out the video. So hope you like seeing this next thing. You know, something I like to do, so I figured I'd show you guys. If these take off here in the next, you know, month or so, I'll probably do a really short video just showing how they've come along, and you know what's growing and what's not. Usually something dies every year. It's just kind of inevitable, right? Something doesn't take, maybe I have to go grab another plant to replace it. But these ones all look pretty healthy. I'm gonna let these soak for a while. I had been watering them every day, but the plants were too big. They were soaking up that water really fast. So till next time in the garden, I appreciate you guys watching. Check out another video, whether it's motorcycle related or car related or garden related. Thanks guys, see ya.